Give it up for the band. Give it up for the band.
Ah!
And
Give
thank
the drummer
you.
some.
Yeah.
So, what?
Give the drummer some.
Give the drama some. Thank you for tuning in to Dadurday Night Live, everybody, whether it's Facebook Live, Twitch, Zoom. Welcome you all. We got a great show for you today. Special guest Colby and Michelle will be playing later.
Woo!
Before that, you know, Tandy. Before
That's
that,
right.
I'd like to introduce us. Who are we? We are Can't Tell Us Nothing, an improv group out of Houston, Texas. Dynamic foursome. In it, you'll know John.
What up? What up? What up?
Amici.
What's up, everybody?
Tandy.
Big up.
And myself, Antoine. We're just going to do some improv for you guys to kick off the night. So in order to get us started, I'd like to actually hear from anybody on the chat, like what's on your mind? And while they're getting their stuff in, what's on your mind, guys?
Well, it's been a wonderful day. I actually just got back from vacation. I was in Colorado, blue state. It was very blue while I was out there. And I was very high in the mountains. Mountains.
Nice.
Yeah.
Also known for its recreational enjoyments as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Alcoholic celebration from Crystal. I would like to be high. I would too.
Someone asked me if considering the turnout of the election, if drinking in the morning should be embraced. How early is too early?
How early is too early? Probably before you brush your teeth. I don't think that's a time, but I'm one of those guys who have to I won't even have a conversation with my wife if my breath stinks. So like I'll roll out of bed.
Isn't it the whole point of getting married that you don't care about that stuff anymore? Like that should be the one person.
I don't think that's the point. Is you don't care about somebody else's hygiene.
No, you should
care about everything.
You should care once you leave the house, right? Because that's when you go into the world. That's when it counts. But in the house,
I experienced it in my bed, right? So if you got stank breath in my bed, yes, my network will be impacted if your breath goes outside the house, but I don't want to smell it.
What you're used to. It's like baby's poop, right? I mean, nobody likes it, but we deal with it. It's just a function of being a human, and you should be able to be human in your home with your spouse or whoever. The first thing in the morning, you got to wake up with like fresh breath. I got to be pleasing like from minute one.
Yes. So let me ask you this. Would you date somebody if you knew that they had permanent stank breath?
Well, I would know. Because I would know that by knowing them, right?
So if you got married to them, and the day after you got married, they had permanent stank breath.
No, like it just happened after I got married. Like everything was great, and then
maybe they gut bacteria changed and it messed up.
from the wedding reception, something happened at the reception to change the gut bacteria. Therefore, the next day.
Yep. I'm just saying. I know the conversation was about drinking, but you can have stank breath from drinking too. Like
yeah, I know that.
You can have the breath of like right as you're about to throw up or you just threw up, mixed with a little alcohol breath.
We cut to a bedroom the day after the honeymoon. Hey, Tandy. I got a bit of a confession to make. Maybe this is weird since we just got married. I'm making a confession, but I feel like I can let it all hang out now. Like this is what we're aiming for, right? Like we can really be ourselves.
Yeah, with one another.
I got a bit of a gut bacteria issue, and I've been using pills to kind of handle it for a long time. You know, when we were dating, I was using these pills, and they're a hassle to take, and they're kind of expensive. But now I feel like I don't need to use the pills anymore. I could just be myself, who I am, how I am, and you'll love me regardless.
Oh, I will love you regardless, but I don't understand why you have to stop taking those pills. You just mentioned costs and inconvenience. I think those are two things that we can kind of overcome.
Exactly. I was inconveniencing myself for others, but now I found the one person I don't need to inconvenience myself for. But I'm still the same guy, you know? I just I'm gonna have my actual breath instead of some pill breath.
Well, I haven't smelled your actual breath, so maybe you're overreacting.
Come over here.
Yeah. What? Oh, so
Come
you already
closer.
stopped taking. Oh, they don't build up. It stops that quickly. Okay, I'll come a little closer.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
We cut to a hospital room where Tandy's passed out on the bed. Oh, Tandy, I see you waking up. Tandy?
Oh my God! Where's Antoine? Where's Antoine?
He's outside in the hall. We're making him stay.
Get him out of the whole hospital. If he says one word to anybody in here, this place will shut down. Everybody will die. I was able to fight back from the brink, but oh my gosh, no. Oh gosh, his breath.
You want us to tell him to leave?
Yeah, get him out of here. He can't be anywhere near any human being. Please. Okay. But don't let him talk back to you. You just get the message to him and just stop him.
Where's my wife? Where's my wife?
Oh, here he is. He's actually coming in on his own.
Oh, they moved you. Oh, you're awake. No, you don't have to do that. I'm we're out. I'm gonna be approachable. I'm gonna still have some pills left.
Oh.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine for everybody else.
It's fine.
Yeah.
Oh. Wait a second. Were you telling people about my situation?
Oh no.
Were you putting my business out there?
No. The doc was just asking what happened and how I got here. And no, I wasn't saying anything about what's going on. But how many of those pills you got left though? You got quite a bit?
Maybe a week's worth.
Okay, well, wow.
I work from home, so I don't need to leave the house very much, and I figured I can really cut down on the pills. Doctor, can you leave the room for a second?
Oh yeah, sure.
Hey, honey.
Yeah.
I feel like we need to have a talk.
Yeah, we should.
You seem shooken. I feel like you're not really taking into consideration what a burden this alleviates,
My question is, how have you survived and been able to thrive all of this time with that breath? I mean, there had to be a point before the pills. How'd your parents let this happen? How were you able to live? I don't understand, because your breath it's beyond.
I'm bigger than my breath, Tandy. All right? Can we not focus on the breath? It was a confession, but I wanted us to move past it as a couple. Okay?
I don't know that we can, Antoine. I'm having serious doubts now.
Doubts? I never said anything about your fake eyelashes. You wore those the whole time we dated, and I said nothing, even though it was a deception.
Okay, fine. I will take my fake eyelashes off right now, and you will see exactly what I look like without them. There.
We cut to another hospital room. Antoine's passed out on the bed. Antoine, wake up.
Evacuate the hospital. Evacuate the hospital.
Why? What's
And scene.
There's
Gotta be honest in a relationship.
Men always do that. It's like, you want me to be real, but you're not real. Yeah, but the crap we're covering up is nothing compared to the crap that y'all are covering up.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I had this conversation with my wife. I told her, how would she feel if I just went to get plastic surgery one day and got my calves bigger, or like an extension on my penis, but I didn't tell her about it. You would feel some kind of way if I walked in the house and my calves were 8 times or 5 times bigger, and there's no fat that goes up to show you that it's naturally my calves, just big calves. It's ridiculous, right? Now, I'm not saying women do that. I'm not saying that everyone does that. People do it, but there are lines where some people draw cross, and you're basically putting on a whole costume, like before what you were, right? People can do what they want, right? People do what they want. But I've seen some people who essentially put on 80% of their new body to go out to socialize. And I think that's kind of for guys, I know guys make up about 80% of who they are and lying, right? So, I mean, if you want to go play that Libra scale or whatever, but I kind of think it goes hand in hand, right? at the end of the day, we all got to just love each other for who we are anyway. The liars and the costume.
We gotta love liars.
That's who they are, Tandy.
That's who they are, man. I do believe you were born a liar. I don't think liars are made.
They tell you they are, but it's not who they really are.
Yeah,
You gotta love that person.
you gotta love them. You gotta love them, man. Like, think about it. You marry a guy, you get in some trouble, but you know he's a really good liar. And you know if he used his lying capabilities, it could potentially get you out of that situation. Would you go against your own values and fall on the sword, or would you let your husband loose to go ahead and lie to get you out of that circumstance?
So you say I marry a lawyer, okay?
Yeah, someone in the chat said the lie is like a
Or
costume.
a politician.
It's kind of like a superhero costume in that scenario.
Yeah, he's a superhero. His superpower is lying. Like, he can lie and changes the reality of whatever's going on at the time. And it messes people up. That would be a pretty cool superhero.
We cut to the superhero Hall of Justice. All right, heroes. I call this emergency meeting.
Can someone turn the heat up in here? I didn't wear my cape today.
We gotta keep it cold.
Yeah.
It's easy for you to say. You turn in a bowl of fire.
That's why we gotta keep it cold.
Look, okay, we're getting off subject here. I call this emergency. Invisible Man, can we see you, please? Invisible Man.
Fine,
Thank
here I
you.
am.
Look, I call this emergency meeting because we've got a new hero. He wants in, and I'm all for letting heroes in, but this guy lies so much. But his superpower is lying. I don't even know what to believe. His application is all over the place, right? You know,
That does not sound very heroic to me. Sounds like villainous, if anything.
No, you should have seen him. He sent us videotape that this woman was being robbed, and he interrupted the robbery by coming in and hugging the woman and saying, "Hey, babe, you were late for our date." And she says, "What?" And then the crook was like, "Oh, this is your wife?" And he's like, "Yeah, what are you doing?" He's like, "Nothing." And the crook just walked away. So I was like, he did a good thing. And then the lady thought that they were dating, and then he never showed up again. So, I mean, he's doing a bad thing, but it's a good thing.
So who did he lie to? Did he lie to the robber, or did he lie to the woman? Or did he lie to the nature?
He lies to everybody. He came here to try to get into the hall. And I was like, "Oh, we've been expecting you." And he's like, "No, I'm not really coming here. I'm with DoorDash, but I forgot the food. I'll go back and get it." And I was like, "Oh, okay." And then he goes,
"Did he come back with the food?"
No, nothing. He came back with nothing. He came back and he knocked on the door, and I said, "Oh, where's the food?" And he's like, "What food? I didn't say I was bringing any food. I'm Lie Man." And I was like, "But you were here a minute ago." Whatever. This guy's
all right, guys. I'm Lie Man. I'm taking my mask off.
What? You've been Lie Man the whole time?
The whole time. Yeah. I just wanted to make sure I nailed this interview. So when I came in earlier as a DoorDash guy, I secretly went into the closet, beat up the guy who was keeping, the costumes.
Yeah,
and I put on this suit, like a mixed bag of suits, and then to see how long it would take you guys to figure out that I'm not.
You have infiltrated our base. You came in without permission. This is villainous. Don't you all see?
It's
not be confused
villainous.
by his lies.
It's only villainous if I'm doing this for my own personal gain. I'm doing this for the world, all right?
We all use our powers for the world, but we don't lie to do it.
Oh, yeah?
Like, for example.
I think turning invisible is kind of like lying, right? It's like being somewhere and not been there. Isn't that like lying?
Lie Man, he makes a point.
Makes a good point.
You remember that when we had to pay dues, and everybody's like, "Where's Invisible Man?" And we're like, "Oh, he's not here." So then Iron Man put in for your dues, and you never paid him back.
Yeah, and you were actually there, just invisible in the corner.
The whole time.
Yeah. I had my earpods on and I couldn't hear. It was a mistake. All right? We all make mistakes.
Whoa, mistakes are different from lies. Okay.
Mistakes are different from lies.
Well, you see, I don't make mistakes. My super talent is in my ability to understand not to make a mistake with my lie. It has to be very calculated. Otherwise, the reality is going to be so frail that it can shatter in everybody that I've tried to plant the lie into, kind of like Inception, but better.
How can we believe a word this man says? His name is Lie Man.
I know. I want to believe him, but then I don't. But then he seems so credible, though.
He's so convincing. I mean,
hold on, guys.
Love to believe what he's saying.
Let me show you my whole suit, okay? I'm gonna rip my white button up off.
Okay.
So, boom. You see that? What do you think about that? Huh? Got a giant L right there.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
you see that? Yeah. All you got to do is look. You guys don't even have to fly anywhere. All you got to do is take me to the place. I'll go in. I'll lie to every villain that's in there. I'll have them.
Can I just say something?
Yeah.
You said you have a giant L on your chest.
Mm-hmm.
I don't see an L. I just see it like a white T-shirt.
Like
oh my gosh! I thought I saw an L. He
look a little harder. Just look a tad bit harder. Okay, to the left. It's there. It's right in the center of my chest. Everyone see it? Huh? Keep looking at it.
Maybe with those creases.
I think I do.
Right there.
I do.
I think if you stare at it a little harder, it'll get bluer. All right, but you don't have to worry about that. Just keep that in the back of your subconscious. Let's figure out how we're gonna take over the city. I mean, we're gonna go out there and we're gonna clean up the city, guys.
Did you say take over the city?
You said take over
and clean it up.
I mean, take over from the people who are out there doing the work. The police officers, they've been doing work all night. Got an election going on. They need to go rest their eyes. I'm saying we can go out there and we can take over the streets and clean it up ourselves. That's what I was saying.
We cut to the Hall of Villains. Yeah, see, Lie Man's plan should be going off any minute now.
Can we turn the heat? Can we turn the heat down in here? It's hot.
No.
Oh, we have to keep.
I got so many
and scene.
Oh gosh.
Yeah.
When you approach those people, you want to have a real superpower. Everybody lies. That's nothing special. I'm sorry. Go on.
Okay. Everybody lies, so it's not super. You can't have like a standard deviation of somebody who's just that much better at lying.
Can't put that on your resume.
Can't put it on your resume.
Really good at lying.
People lie all the time, so you need a person on your team to be a good liar. Like somebody has to fall on the sword, right?
I think if you put that on your resume, you would get people who would give you an interview just to see how good at lying you are. Like
the interview for a lying position.
I got to be honest. I'm curious about your lying ability. I've never seen anyone with the balls to put it on their resume.
Like, I didn't put that on there. You didn't? Yeah, that's why security companies hire. Yep. Security companies hire liars and thieves so that they can already have them in the building, I guess. We don't need any more guys. Get out of here.
Teach them the ways.
Someone asked, how do we treat those who don't lie? I think people have a bad habit of punishing honesty.
Yeah.
Oh, I think everyone punishes honesty, right? Like that's the problem. That's why liars there are so much more liars than there are people who just are 100% honest. It's because you find out in like third grade that you get bullied for being like, but what? We are supposed to be sitting down in class, right? So from the time you're a child, you get bullied and pressured from not even being real and honest because nobody wants to know what they already know. That's my take. But I think you should be. I think anyone who's honest, even in their own loss, I think is a true superhero because it's hard.
Even snitches.
Mm-hmm.
Snitches. If anyone's listening to hip hop, so there's an album out by 21 Savage. And of course, what's his name? Tekashi 6ix9ine is the most famous snitch rat. But he actually got Morgan Freeman to do a definition breakdown on what a snitch is versus a rat. And it's all throughout the album. So it means you don't have to like his album to like Morgan Freeman talking about the difference between a snitch and a rat is, hilarious stuff. Go listen to it.
Quick take, what's the difference?
Well, according to Morgan Freeman, the difference in a rat and a snitch is a human, meaning they snitch, but they snitch because they were essentially the biggest difference is a snitch is a human and a rat is not a human. Snitches are people who are not connected to the criminal, whatever was going on. They're human beings that are making emotional, rational decisions. Where rats are people who are part of the criminal organization who tail on the organization to cover their own self, even though they swore that they wouldn't do that.
Oh, okay.
That's what Morgan Freeman's. Now, don't quote me, but that's essentially what he said.
Okay.
Does anybody agree with that?
That sounds about right.
That makes sense to me.
It sounds right.
Makes sense.
Yeah,
so you got to be a human. If you're a human, then you're not a rat. You're just a snitch.
Right, like snitches are in the community. They're your neighbors. They're regular people. But rats, right? That's like part of the organization.
Yeah, we cut to a town, Amish town called Snitchville. All right, everybody. Sure you know on this Sunday, we do our normal attendance. I mean, we want to make sure all the snitch villains in town are still holding the most important sacrament that we take when we join this Amish community, which was that we will honor the Holy Bible of Snitching.
The Holy Bible of Snitching.
Yeah. That's how we keep our communities together, right? We all took that sacrament together, that we would all snitch on each other, no matter what it was over, so that we would keep the peace in our town.
That and not using any technology.
You're still not using any technology?
Of course.
All right.
Like no technology? Do I have to say it?
I think, we're going to go to the next part.
I'll say it.
Tell us, brother
the next part is everyone has to go ahead and snitch on whatever we saw.
Okay, I'm going to snitch on Antoine.
Weekly snitch, okay.
I saw him using a pocket calculator.
A pocket calculator is still considered technology. Antoine,
you got me.
Banish you again?
No. I found it on the ground. I just need to see what it was. Turned out it was technology. I said, get away. I threw it. But I did handle it for a short while.
Where did you throw such technology, Antoine?
I threw it into our technology pile that we keep.
This is not true. This is not true. Let me speak. It is my snitching time.
Go ahead.
I went to the restaurant with Brother Antoine, and he thought I didn't see him, but he had that pocket calculator trying to tabulate what the tax was on the bill and what was my part of the tip. I saw you use that calculator, Brother Antoine.
Antoine, you know, it's supposed to sit there and struggle for 30 minutes.
It was a very odd amount.
It was a very odd amount. I'm so disappointed in your buffoonery, Antoine. All right. Now you got 2 strikes against you with snitching. You know, 3rd strike of snitching, and you are banished from Snitchville. Okay.
I know.
Someone keeping the minutes and the notes on this, because you know we tend to forget our snitch records.
Yes, I am. I am, Brother John. Keeping the minutes and the notes.
All right.
My trusty pencil. No pen for me.
No pen for you.
Way too modern.
All right, Antoine, who do you want to snitch on? Since you have 2 strikes against yourself, and you have to snitch on yourself if you witness yourself do something that was against the Snitchville bylaws.
Oh, right. Yeah. Well, if I do have to snitch on myself, I must say I have the pocket calculator right here. I still have it. I still have it. Look at it. It's marvelous.
You are banned, Antoine. You are to throw that calculator in the technology pile after Tandy puts down the notes in the minutes, because you have to give her time to finish writing the notes from the previous snitch, okay?
We cut to Antoine talking to his newlywed wife. And I also was banished from an Amish village before I met you. So I just wanted to let you know that I can't go back to Snitchville ever. But I did learn a lot about pocket calculators.
Wow. This is a lot. I mean,
I'm still the same guy. I just got banished from my place.
I know, but I wish I would have known that before. We just got married.
Yeah, it's time to just lay it all out. Confession time.
Why didn't you tell me before? Why didn't you tell me before we got married?
Oh, because I used to be a snitch, and I kind of quit those days. So I really wasn't snitching on anything for a long while. To keep the things up while we were dating. We all do this sort of thing, right?
Okay. Yeah, we do. Okay, I actually have something to confess.
Sure, lay it on out.
I have really bad breath. It's like some internal gut issue.
No, you don't.
I take these pills for it.
You take pills?
Yeah.
I'm
going to start taking them now. You don't snitch anymore. I'm not going to take my pills anymore. How about we just both do our thing that is going to make this friendship stronger.
Yeah. I mean, how bad is it though?
Okay, let me just breathe in your face a little bit. I'm taking my pill today. Okay. Come closer. You're not getting enough.
I'm not getting enough.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm getting okay, sure.
We cut to the hospital the next morning. Excuse me, wake up, Antoine. Sir, I'm sorry we have to tell you this, but you were life flighted in Snitchville. It was the only hospital that was open to take you at this moment, but we have to get you out because you still are banished from Snitchville.
I can't be here.
Yes, you can't. We have to get you out right now. You're horribly stinky right now.
Are you here to help me? What's that on? Is that an L on your chest?
You see the L?
Yeah, I think through the wrinkles.
Through the wrinkles, you see the L?
Yeah, I'm not used to people wearing large letters on their chest.
All right, so listen. I didn't get into the League of Justice, all right? So I'm trying to do some more pro bono work to be able to get accepted. I was going to try to lie to these Snitchville people to try to get you back in, but I mean, it's up to you, man. My name is Lie Man, by the way.
Sure, yeah, do whatever you got to do. Help me out here.
All right, so first thing we need to do is to get you the right snitch, all right? So you need to let me know who put you in this hospital so we can use that to get you back in the Snitchville.
Well, it's my wife. I can't go against her.
Is
she here?
No.
I wrote it down. I'm taking notes. He snitched on his wife.
And scene. And that is our show, everybody.
That's our show. And ladies and gentlemen, next for our next musicians, Kobe and Michelle.